Dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Kick is in the air. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Unleashes one. And the timing just a hair off. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. From the gun, hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
They go play action with Joseph. Under pressure. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Joseph. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Sells the run, wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Rigby. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
3rd and long coming up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
Second down to the air. Here comes the heat.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll give it to Jarrett Gibson. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
Now, 4th down.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his end zone, and a very good kick here. Making his first move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. Right side, it's Brooks. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Joseph on the play action. Right down the middle. Between the hashes, it's Brooks. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
They'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Just feeds the running back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. There is a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play to have the trainers look at him. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 97, Celtic kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Townsend. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw on first. He wants to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The fake wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Had to force that one.
That's a tough throw to make, especially at this juncture of the game. It's late, you're trailing, and that's a deep throw on an outbreaking route. As a quarterback, your timing has to be perfect, and you've got to throw that thing out in front. If anything is off, even by the smallest amount, that ball's going to land incomplete, and that's what happened there.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Looking for a crease. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Timeout called by Purdue. It's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Boilermakers call timeout, and they will have no more. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. 2nd down coming up. Give to the back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Trying to take it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Out wide right, it's Gibson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They'll run the screen. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Townsend. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
The Boilermakers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Owens. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.